everything I want it to be.
Now, back to where the action is. WICR.
Welcome back, everyone. Iona College, you are back listening to The Buzzer with JD and JT.
It's a beautiful day. What a time to be alive. What a beautiful time.
What a time.
What a time to be alive. God bless. Thank you, God, for another day of life.
That's right, pal.
Thank you, Future. Thank you, Free Bands. Thank you, Drake. God bless. That's
great mixtape.
This Sunday was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was a great night. But it was also a Sunday of many other things like the NFL.
Oh, Tom Brady, it's like you want MVP. It's like
I know we haven't been on the show. It's been a while. A lot of things have happened in these, I'd say, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
Like I said, we missed you, folks. And I hope you missed us too. But we're back. And
in the trap.
No, we're not in the trap. We're in the
Might as well
station.
be. Might as well be.
No,
We're in the
it's
basement.
basement.
Exactly. Might as well be the trap. Might as well be the trap.
No trap.
Might as well be.
All right. So this is what we have. 9 teams currently in the NFL are 0-2, winless.
And you know who those teams went up against last year?
Yeah, I heard about that. The
you know,
Deflategate curse.
you know who the
Possibly. Who knows?
who all those people talked bad about the great one, Tom Brady, saying this, that, and the third, and where are they now?
That's right. The 9 teams that are 0-2 in the league currently are the Seattle Seahawks, Indianapolis Colts, the Houston Texans,
Oh yeah,
the Baltimore Ravens, the New York Giants, New Orleans Saints, Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit Lions, and the Chicago Bears. 4 of those 9 teams have Super Bowl winning quarterbacks leading the charge. Breeze, Flacco, Wilson, and Manning. All 0-2 to start the season.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful second week of the NFL. Tom Brady comes out against the so-called, best front 7 in the NFL and demolishes them. Jesus.
Well, I mean, it was not really like... There was, at no point during the game were the Patriots worried.
I don't think they go in each week ever worried again when they're facing someone.
I mean, this week they're playing Jacksonville, so... Good Lord.
Imagine Tom Brady just falls off like he plays well against the first 2 teams.
I mean, you
that
know...
are a challenge.
In the NFL, things like that happen. Like, Miami lost to Jacksonville last week. Their defense has looked really suspect despite adding Ndamukong Suh and what was supposed to be one of the best front 7s in the league.
But Ndamukong Suh, he hasn't been doing that well.
Exactly. He hasn't been stuffing the run like he's supposed to. Apparently, what I've heard is that he's not listening to the signal caller. The defensive coordinators tell him to do one thing, he just does whatever he wants.
I mean, what else is different? I mean, except for going to different gaps. He probably usually goes for like the sack or the run stop, but
I don't know what he's doing.
when they have a specific play, like, all right, you fill this gap right here, the linebacker, free safety, or strong safety, whoever is going to blitz right through this gap. If he doesn't set that gap, it's obviously pretty bad, and they don't get the play that they want.
Exactly. And that's why their defense is looking very spotty, especially their run defense. They got ran all over.
And who's the running back for
TJ Yeldon, the rookie at Alabama.
Wow.
And he was able to be pretty productive. And also, Seattle, they lost to the Packers on Sunday night, primetime game.
Not that good.
And they could have won that game had it been for a fumble by Fred Jackson at the end. You don't think they could have won that game?
I still don't think the Seahawks are that good.
Really?
I don't think they're a playoff team this year.
So...
But then again, half of the NFC is almost the people who I thought would make the playoffs are 0-2. So
yeah, there's a lot of like Philly. That's a surprise.
I wasn't surprised.
You weren't surprised that they lost to Dallas last week?
I wasn't surprised that they're 0-2. They keep changing up. Now Kiko Alonso isn't even starting. Wait, is he injured or is he just
injured again?
Oh, yeah, see.
He has a sprained knee, I believe.
See, I'm not surprised that.
But their defense isn't the problem. It's their supposed to be strongest part of the team.
Sam Bradford keeps turning over the ball.
I wouldn't even blame Sam
And
Bradford.
he keeps turning over.
I know
Do you blame
the
Andrew Luck?
offensive
Do you
line.
blame Andrew Luck?
I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I blame the offensive
Why do you
line
keep
yet
giving this
again.
man passes?
Listen. In the past 4 or 5 years, listen to this. The only guy on Andrew Luck's starting line that has been there is the left tackle.
What does
There
that?
have literally been 8 different left guards, 5 different centers, 7 different right guards, and I believe like 6 different right tackles.
So when you throw 3 interceptions last week, you're telling me that's all because of the line?
one of them was not.
One.
One of them was because
Last,
of the line.
you know, he had, I believe, his rookie year, he had the same amount of interceptions / fumbles as Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble man.
But you can't tell me he's getting protection back there.
It's not. Stop making excuses.
It's not
I'm
excuses because
tired of the excuses for Andrew Luck. I'm tired of excuses for Peyton Manning.
because
You make bad throws. You
Listen,
make bad
listen here,
throws.
listen here, Mr. Brady boy.
Okay.
When your boy Brady was not doing too hot, what was the biggest problem on offense?
When was he not doing too hot? When?
Last year, when everybody thought they were done. What was the biggest problem? The offensive line.
Was he throwing
didn't
interceptions?
figure it
Was he
out.
throwing? Was he throwing
Yeah, he
interceptions?
was.
He was throwing as many as Andrew Luck.
No, but he
Okay.
was still
Okay.
throwing 'em.
Okay. Okay. Tom Brady's never thrown, I believe, more than 50 interceptions in the season.
I don't care.
I don't even think he's thrown more than 10.
I don't care who you are in this league. If you can't have time to throw the ball, you're not gonna throw it well.
All right.
That simple.
Okay, when you keep turning over the ball with fumbles and interceptions, it's not gonna happen. He had 4 turnovers by himself? 4?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He had 3 interceptions and 1 fumble. And in the first game, he had 2 interceptions against the Bills D that was apparently so good that Tom Brady just threw for 466 on.
Well, Tom Brady and Andrew Luck are different.
Here we go.
I'm just letting you know you're sleeping on Andrew Luck right now, and
He's not giving me.
Once they
He's
figure
not
it out,
giving me anything
it's gonna
to.
be bad.
He's not giving.
He's gonna. You'll see.
Like, people have already put him in the Hall of Fame already. Like, he's done something that's
No.
like he hasn't done anything that. Okay, each year he progresses, and each year later into the playoffs, but he's like a Chris Paul to me.
Well, according to the FPI, which is a crazy football stat kind of thing, there are 3 teams out of those 9 0-2 teams that have at least a 50% chance of making it. One of them Seattle, another one is Philly, and the other one's Indianapolis.
Okay, because they're all in very weak divisions.
Really, the Seahawks are in a weak division.
49ers, no.
Rams, who
Please.
beat them in week 1.
Okay. Anyway.
Wow, you're crazy.
And the Cardinals are the Cardinals. What
Cardinals are 2-0.
Yeah, that's the only competition. I don't think the Rams. I think the Rams get it maybe because of a wild card, because the NFC this year is pretty down.
No.
You don't think so? Let's go through each division. NFC South, we have the Panthers, not that good really. We have the Saints, definitely not that good really. We have the Atlanta Falcons, who are surprising people, but they always play well in the regular season.
Not necessarily. Last year they were pretty bad.
Pretty bad, but the year before that and the years before that,
Well, they
always
finally
played.
have like a good coach. I think Dan Quinn's moving them
And
in
who's
right
the third
direction.
team? I'm missing that. The other team I'm missing in that.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah, let's go. Forget them. Let's go to NFC East. We have the Eagles, not playing that well. We have the Giants, who I didn't expect to make the playoffs regardless, because their offensive line is terrible, and Eli Manning and Tom Coughlin is still a part of the team. The Cowboys, I expected to win the division regardless, so I still expect them to be on top when Tony Romo gets back. If they just go 4-4 in the next 8 weeks, they can still be number 1 in the division, which I expect them to do.
We'll see.
NFC West, like I said, the Rams aren't that much. They're on the defensive side of the ball, yes, but offensively, I don't.
I don't know. I really think Seattle.
And the 49ers lost almost everyone.
But granted, yes, you do play 6 games against your division, but there still are a lot of other games against other teams.
And the NFC North, Chicago.
But I'm saying
Vikings.
right now the NFC West this year is playing against the AFC North, and they play Pittsburgh. They've already
Pittsburgh is a very good
Pittsburgh.
team.
They're gonna play Cincinnati. They're gonna play Baltimore, and Cleveland's not really Cleveland. And those are at least three pretty good teams right there. I'm just saying their schedule is not as easy as you may think.
I don't think the Seahawks make it out of that division. I thought the Cardinals were the better team last year.
Yeah.
If they didn't have to go to their third string quarterback.
Oh, of course.
Carson Palmer was what, 16-4? I mean, had a 4 touchdown ratio, something like that.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. Carson Palmer was really slinging it, and now, as you can see early on, he's slinging it right now. So I think if
Carson Palmer was always good.
yeah,
They always said that if Brady went to Cincinnati and Carson Palmer went to
New England,
it wouldn't be much of a difference.
I don't think so either. Carson Palmer is a really good quarterback. I like Carson Palmer a lot, and now that he's finally healthy, hopefully he stays healthy. Cardinals can make some moves right now in the NFC.
They have a really solid defense.
I could really go out on a limb right now and say NFC Championship game, Cardinals-Packers.
You think so?
I really believe it.
I still think the Cowboys can rally.
I don't think so.
I still think they can.
I think early on, missing DeMarco Murray is hurting. I really believe that.
You think so? Like it's still hurting them?
Despite winning both games against a really terrible Philadelphia offense, their Cowboys defense won them that game.
The defense is the Seahawks defense carries them most of the game, most times.
And then the week before, that was just terrible management. But I give Romo that great comeback.
You said a but. When you say buts, you take away from stuff.
I don't.
When you
all
say
of it
buts,
away,
you
but
take.
Some of it is the Giants'
when you
fault.
say but, you take away stuff.
Just
A
saying.
minute 27 left, not using any timeout, and you lead them down the field. I don't want to hear a but. Mistakes were made, and the man capitalized on it.
All right.
Tony Romo.
Despite those two things, I say their schedule's going to get tougher. They are playing against the AFC East this year. So they're going to have to go through your Patriots.
Which I don't expect them to win.
They're going to have to play the Jets. They're going to have to play the Bills.
I'm not sold on the
And
Jets
they're gonna
yet.
have to play the
People
Dolphins.
are. I'm not sold on the Jets yet.
We'll see.
They played Cleveland their first game. They played an Indianapolis team with a terrible offensive line.
Yeah, their offensive line is terrible, and that's what I'm telling you is wrong with Indianapolis.
I guess, but
Also, their defense has been hurt, so I can't. Their defense isn't playing solid.
exactly. Like
Not
I'm not.
awesome, but solid enough that they're still in the game.
I don't
just
see. I
not
don't
there.
see the Jets. They start out 2-0, but then again, I don't even. Are they a wild card team?
Yeah, they can be.
I guess.
So, Philly, like I said, according to FPI, has a 54% chance of still making the playoffs despite going 0-2. Now, the biggest problem with Philly, like Indianapolis, I believe, is their offensive line. DeMarco Murray is running for his life behind that line of scrimmage every single play. Every single play, DeMarco Murray has to break 3 tackles just to get
But
back
they
to
have
the
him
line
running
of
in the
scrimmage.
shotgun now, and I don't understand
It's
why.
terrible. I don't know why. They should just go single back.
They have him. He's a
Under
down.
center.
He's a down the back. He's not a
downhill runner.
He's
Yeah,
not
I
a
know.
Jamal Charles who'll cut it outside, and that's not
Or
him.
LaShawn McCoy. I always said, as soon as I saw him leave Dallas, I felt it was the wrong move for him.
I'm not mad at him because he got more money.
I'm not mad
I'm
either.
not.
He got paid.
You go where you
That's
get
great,
paid.
But from a football standpoint, I don't think it was the
Like
right
I
move.
said, if you're not one of those great players who are supposed to do something in this league, I'm not gonna judge you. If AP leaves, let's say he's in a winning situation. Let's say he's doing something great in a situation. He leaves for the money. Hey, if you already have that ring, pal, do what you got to do.
You want to get paid, you want to get paid. That's what he did. He got paid. But I'm just saying now.
I know he's
paying
feeling.
for it.
I know he's feeling bad. He's like, "Is this extra 10 million I'm getting?"
Was it worth it? And not only that, towards the end of the game, he started hurdling guys because at that point he was just fed up. He was tired of just not being able to get any positive yards. But they should keep going single back. Stop using the pistol. I know it's part of your Oregon offense. I know you want to run that, Chip Kelly, the spread. I understand that. But DeMarco Murray is not that kind of running back. At the end of the day, if you want to do a spread offense, then make sure it's with Darren Sproles. That's simple. Darren Sproles will run whatever spread offense you want. DeMarco Murray is a downhill runner, ground and pound, up the middle. He doesn't like bouncing to the outside. Very rarely will you see DeMarco Murray bounce to the outside. He likes to run up the middle, and that's what he does. So I think they got to figure that out very soon. Otherwise, I don't think Philly's making it anywhere.
I don't see them making it anywhere either.
But,
Remember when the NFC East was supposedly the hardest division?
yeah, I don't think it's the hardest division anymore. I just think they're all not better than each other, really. They're all kind of just...
I think the Cowboys, when they're healthy,
When they're
way
ahead.
ahead.
They're above.
Their offensive line puts them way ahead of everybody else.
But when, obviously now, right at this moment, I don't see any team better than the other. I don't see Philadelphia better than Dallas. I don't see Dallas better than Philadelphia. Even Washington's in the mix right now. Washington's 1-1. They beat the Rams last week.
See? The Rams aren't...
But where did they beat them? They beat them on the road. I feel like the Rams are definitely not as good at home as they are on the road. But anyway, that's just my point of view, And the Giants, they're playing tonight, Washington Giants, and I just think that's going to be a terrible game to watch.
I probably won't be watching because of 2K. 2K.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us on this first segment with the buzzer with JD and JT.
Buzz.
When we get back, we're going to talk some more football, maybe a little fantasy. We're going to talk about...
Chicken Joe's.
Oh,
I'm owed some.
whatever.
I'm owed some.
We're going to talk Cam Chancellor finally returning back from his holdout.
Which makes no sense.
We're going to talk about Romo, obviously, and what it means for the Cowboys. We're going to talk Jets defense. Are they for real? We're going to talk about Drew Brees and the Saints and what's going on in the Big Easy. And we're also going to talk the Steelers offense when we get back on the buzzer with JD and JT. We'll be back.